You're going to be streaming from YouTube?
YouTube, yeah, for this one. I'm gonna go Twitch later on for my Xbox one. It's easier to do the
Okay.
Xbox one on Twitch. I'm hoping that's me live.
Well,
Ooh,
there it is.
ooh, I'm here. Haha, I got first like, yay! Top chat. No, I don't want top. Sorry, I talk to myself a lot when I'm doing this as well.
That's okay.
Sweet. Well, here we are,
And there we are.
and we've been working very, very hard, and we have. Hey, Mesa. Hello, Anthony. Yeah, we have worked very hard to get ready for harvest, so you didn't have to watch me doing any more plowing or seeding or fertilization. Although, in saying that, I should really get the fertilizing tractor out for the next field before I start this. Ooh, yeah. So, with thanks to Mesa, we have come up with a plan because the cost of seed and fertilizer I have been going through on this map has been ridiculous. I've actually had to take a loan out. So, once we get this boy started, we'll have a look at what we're going to do. Although, first of all, we're going to have to go and buy fertilizer for this. Ugh. Which means we jump in our truck. Hey, Twiggy Blaze. Not a lot up, just playing a bit of this PC stuff. Since we have to play a
Well,
bit of it.
I saw the old Ford.
Oh, yeah. There's two of them there. Hold on, we'll run over quickly. Have a look. Where are we? This one over here. I know they said I had to drive green, but I had to get them. Versatile and an FW60.
Right.
They are
Those are
absolutely
great
fantastic.
tractors.
They're fantastic. I know the Versatile is more powerful, but I kind of like the FW60 more.
Yeah, I've got both of them myself. I like that one. That's my preferred one.
And again, a lot of these mods have come off from Jeffrey in server 3. For example, this I think is it called this a Lodestar or Twin Star? This truck here.
Oh, that one I don't have.
The only issue I have with it is it is a bit it doesn't get dirty.
Oh, okay.
But apart from that, it's fantastic. Hey, Devin. And it's cheap. I think it was like 12.5 grand.
That's not bad. Is that a Mack truck?
No, it's an international.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, international. I do have
Good.
Mac ones there, but they're a wee bit more expensive.
Yeah, that's a good look. That's a good looking mod.
As I said, the only thing is it doesn't get dirty. That's the only thing wrong with it. Oh dear, Anthony's got Jungle Boogie stuck in his head. Haha. So, yeah, we need to buy some more fertilizer. I should have had this done before the stream, but I forgot about it.
So you're gonna sort the seed and fertilizer expense with those items we talked about earlier.
Yes, I am indeed. I'll pull them up in a wee second. How many's that? I need 10.
Well, I like them because you can harvest your own inputs, and you've only got one expense, one line item of expense. You get all this stuff, and it doesn't cost you afterwards.
Buddy joined your channel.
Yeah, I totally agree with you because I mean 1,600 for a pallet of fertilizer is quite a lot. Especially if you're only starting off and don't have a lot of money, like I'm doing here.
Agreed.
And
You need me to give you a loan?
no, I've took one out, but the lovely bank manager's helped me out there with the loan, so he has.
Well, I was going to give you a personal loan to help you out.
Ah, well, I can't afford 2 loans.
Well, I only charge like a 50% return on my money.
50%. I don't even think the Lonely Boys in this does that.
Well, aren't you generous with your usury regulations there, Anthony?
What he said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree. I don't know what it means, but I totally agree. Oliver, how's it going?
That's his interest rate.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever you borrow, give me what you borrowed plus 50% interest.
Oh, bit bouncy. So, we just put these down. No, not that one.
That seems to be a bit bouncy on the roadways. Is it hard to control?
No, it's not. It's just that I hit a very big. Well, I hit a bit of a hill. There's a bit of a ditch here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You need a
So-
truck like mine, Mesa.
Now, are you using the steering wheel in side console, or are you doing keyboard steering?
No, I am actually using my Xbox controller for this.
Oh, no kidding. That's right. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
do that. I forgot.
Yeah, and also using the headset from the Xbox as well for the purposes of doing the speaking now, which is probably why I'm a wee bit more clearer. But unfortunately, the lead I have for the controller is a bit small, so it sort of restricts me in movement.
Oh, your audio sounds good. That's for sure.
As I said to you, it's just the cable from the computer to the controller is pretty small, so it's generally why I use the big open mic for everything else.
Hmm.
Devin, what kind of dog do I have? Mjolnir is a St. Bernard.
He's a toasty, loving dog.
Oh yeah, he loves his carbonized bread. Thank goodness I have my headset on for that one, Anthony.
I don't. Can Devin can't hear us if he's not in TeamSpeak, right?
No, but he can hear me on the live stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I put the mic to voice activation before before it started, so my voice should be coming across the live stream, hopefully.
Aha.
Is it?
Well, I'm hearing it. Well, I've got you in my headphones. I hear you here. Yep, it's coming through loud and clear.
I
got
can
me
hear him.
You got me worried there, Mesa.
Sorry, I'm technologically challenged.
It's not as technologically challenged as me.
Well, that's what you get for being a Marine, too.
Oh,
Hey, Catman.
Okay, Anthony.
Do what, Mesa?
I said okay, Anthony.
So, what we'll do before we drive out with the fertilizer here is we're just going to start the harvest. For those of you that have been watching this from the start, I went ahead and I bought the Class Dominator. It's green, so I'm allowed to drive it. That's my
Where's the
excuse.
Massey Deere?
The Massey Deere is 200 and odd grand, and I can't afford that. So
I'll loan you the money.
So we actually own one, but I went ahead and harvested another one because we're going to try this like dual harvesting thing that everyone says is pretty hard on courseplay. This should be fun. I have never done the harvester before, so let's go ahead and try it.
Tell me you're not using Courseplay.
I am.
He is.
You traitor.
So, well, I have to use everything that's available on the PC, don't I?
Indeed.
Does that mean you use an AI extension also?
Fieldwork, I think that's the proper one.
Yeah, field work.
Then we hit that one. Field edge path is number 4.
No, that one. There you go.
Working
Got
with
the O and the X in it.
We'll do 3 headlands. There's no islands in this one, so we don't have to do it. And we're using 2 tools. Yeah. Yeah, guys, if I talk to myself when I do this, I really apologize, but this is all new.
Alright. Your settings look good.
So we'll start that, we'll save it. Oh, hold on.
You got to generate the course first.
Well, I've done, but I forgot to 4.3 meters. That's what I needed to find out. So save. So this is field 4.
User joined your
4.3
channel.
meter harvest times 2. And this one's going to be on the left. So we need to do that. And I think that should be us good to go. Start at the first waypoint. And drive the course. It's working. Something's working.
Don't jinx it now.
Oh, I'm relieving straw swath. So we need to get our harvester up and going as well. So
okay. Well, there you go.
have
That's
to do-
working so far.
Yep. So all I have to do to this one is load the course.
And then set it to the right offset. To the right side for offset.
Wrong bit. That one there should be.
Oh, you got to go back and select the right work mode.
Yeah. See, I'm getting to know this pretty well.
Yeah.
So, I believe Randy says you have to do that.
Well, yeah. Now you should be able to go set your offset. There you go.
We'll do that, and from the first waypoint, drive the course. Ooh, what's this guy doing? No. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's going the right way. It's going the right way. So welcome to the first harvest on No Creek Farms.
Well, yeehaw.
And you missed the spot.
Miss Big Spots Courseplay playing here. So we're filling up rightly fast. So I believe, does this truck work with Courseplay? Because I don't have any other tippers.
They work with Courseplay, but you're going to want to manually set your cruise control speed. See, it looks like tight turns, tight lanes, so you probably don't want it going any faster than 40 mile an hour when you record the Courseplay course.
We see what we're going to do with it. What we're going to do with this one, Mesa, is because it's our first harvest, I'm going to sell everything straight off, so I'm not unloading anything into the silos. So
That's
I'll probably
right, because you can only offload certain types, right?
yeah. So because I don't have any other storage set up at the minute, I am just going to basically get this one to empty the combines and do the emptying part myself.
Okay.
We are going to try and go and look at the seed manufacturing mod that you give me, that you recommended as well. So we should try and get that down as well, because we need to start seed production for the next sowing. Because I can do a second sowing with beans in this year, I believe. If it works the same as it does in the console, we can do a second sowing with just beans. So
I would think you can, because you're harvesting wheat right now, so you should be able to plant something at the same time and still harvest it.
right, so because we're not offloading, which one is it we use?
Now, do you want to set up a course to take it directly to the sell point?
No, I just wanted to
Or
empty
do
the
you
combine.
you just want to offload the combine?
Yeah.
Then it should be not the first one. I think this should be the second one.
So basically, it's the one that says empty combine and offload, but we're not going to offload.
Right.
So we'll have to do a quick one of these, and then we'll stop.
What the course that it's talking about offloading is that as it departs the combine on the field, that's the one that you would set up to take to a sell point or a tip point.
Yeah. Okay, dokies. Automatic search, because it's going to do the 2 combines, hopefully. Should we set the field?
I think. Well, how fast are your combines moving? They're moving at 6.
Oh, do you know what we didn't do? We didn't set the combine convoy thing on those, did we?
That I don't recall.
No, we didn't. Combine convoy activated. So we need to get to the other one quickly.
No,
Right.
it's deactivated. There you go.
So we've got that, right? That's good, because that stops them piling up together, I believe. So now we just have to hit go on this guy.
Right, you're good to go there.
And why isn't it moving? Oh, here!
Yeah, drive course would help.
Time for some eggs, yeah. Missed the spot. So hopefully
Yes.
that's it. working. It's regulating itself to 14 mile an hour in the field, which is pretty good for this thing. I never thought to check.
That's because on the field it defaults to 14 miles an hour.
Oh, sweet.
If you go to the speedometer setting in the top toolbar, right in between the gear and the combine.
Between the gear and the combine. That one? Yeah. Oh, right. So turn speed.
That's the speedometer one. That'll show you all the various speeds. That's the gear. There it is. Turn, field speed, street speed. The street speed only counts if you don't manually set your cruise control speed for your lower right hand corner screen HUD. It'll record whatever speed you go at. But I've used those dump trucks before, especially on broad acres, and they get squirrely real fast at high speeds on course play, and they wind up in fences, ditches, trees, crashing into all kinds of other things. So I find the sweet spot is 40 to 50 when you're out on the road with those things and you're going to an offload point.
We came across our first spot. It drove too far forward. Oh. So
you're good.
We're going to have to...
Are you stuck?
No, it drove too far forward to pick up the combine. So
no, it still seems like it's offloading. Yeah, there you go.
See, it stopped offloading again because the... Oh no, it started again. Stopped again. Started again. Ah! Is it because these things have a really... Oh, I think I know what it is.
They don't have those class combines don't have a lot of capacity.
Yep, so it seems to be working now, which is pretty cool. Time to jungle boogie. You go for it, Anthony. What happened here? It ran into a tree. No, yes it did.
Oh, the truck did. Combine's fine.
So we need to stop him.
Oh, no. Then there's the other thing. Because you should, now that you know which way that's going and which way the tree line is, in course play you can, if you switch the direction of the headlands, it'll put the pipe on the correct side so that the truck won't interfere with any of the trees.
I never thought about that.
Because as you've got it now, the pipes will be pointing towards the fence line. They should be. The pipes should extend out towards the center of the field, so they should be. So that means your direction just has to be opposite of what it's doing. But it's only going to be on that headland, so I guess it's an inconvenience you can live with for a little while.
Yeah, well, we'll live and learn. We'll definitely learn for the next time. So we'll just make sure that he gets unloaded properly this time with his tree and stuff, and then we'll go and set the fertilizer up.
There you go.
And we're emptying now. Eh? We're cooking on gas. Cooking on the gas.
There you go.
No, we're not. What's he running? What I have noticed about this this map, and it's the one thing I will actually say about it, is that there's some strange collisions on the trees. They seem to stick out a bit from the trees.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. That was an interesting crash.
Yeah, see, there we go again. We've drove through one tree and then stopped halfway through it.
Yeah, you're getting hung up on the map, on the branch, and I want to say I don't know that that's so much the tree as it is the truck.
The truck's got some funny collisions on it as well, from what I remember. So we'll just wait until he gets a bit out in the open, and then we'll start it again. Although the other combine will have stopped by now. Why is he only picking up that one?
Well, you have the other combine already appears to be at 100%, so it's full.
Right, so, but he's heading back to the first combine again, isn't he? No. Yes.
Well, he's driving to combine, drive behind combine. Apparently, it looks like it's staying with that one.
It looks to me like it's down with a tree.
Trying to drive through the woods and everything now. Yay, courseplay.
Yeah, who said this courseplay stuff was hard, eh? Okay, so it's open enough now the rest of the way around, so we should not have a problem. Although we are going to get stuck with the second combine if we get around that far, because it doesn't seem to be emptying these combines quick enough. Hey Jacob, yeah, derp is right, man. Again, courseplay is pretty new to me, so thanks to Mesa for helping out as well.
Well, I don't know that you've done anything incorrectly with it. I mean, other than just the direction you've got the combines traveling in. For future reference, the pipe should extend towards the center of the field.
Hello?
Yep, they do that. They will cross right in front of you. And then they'll stop because they're waiting for a combine to hit a fill level.
So that's what I... Does the one truck pick up 2 combines because the other one's sitting full?
It should, but I've also find that if the truck is out of line of sight of the other combine, or the combine has not passed a certain point on the field, it probably won't detect it until it gets all the way around. So you may have to go manually unload it the first time.
We're going to unload it. Oh, dear. I don't know who's worse, courseplay or me, because I just rammed the combine.
Yep. Just get out the way.
The big question I have here, guys, and I'll put this one out to the chat as well. Do we want to bail, or do we just want to pick up loose?
The if you're going to use any of those fermenting silos, you're going to want loose straw as an input. You can just you'll be able to input much more quantity than I don't even know if the fermenters will take bales as inputs.
Ah, yeah, I see what you mean now, yeah. Well, we'll have a look at that in a second when I get this this boy emptied. I think maybe what I should have done as well with the courseplay with the harvesters was have them stop while they were emptying. That might have been easier.
Well, you could. I think you can go in and, if you stop them, make the change and then restart them. That should hold.
Or maybe it was just the first head on that's the problem. We'll see. Okay, that one's empty. Ah. I don't like this GMC. I really don't like it.
They are touchy.
So... Oliver gave up on courseplay. Yeah, I can see why. The Joker wagon, Jacob, no. I know Joker's here, but it's not my sort of my cup of tea, shall we say? Where is that one? You say I have to stop them first?
I don't know that you can make any changes to the course profile, like stop.
Okay.
Well, it shows that it's deactivated. It was back in the previous tab. Not there. Not in that one. It had less information on it. Keep going. Try the settings one. I know I just saw it on there for you.
Turn circle start drive around.
There it is. Stop during unloading. See if you change it now. No, you just had it. It's on the very first tab.
Oh, right, yeah. So activate that, play, drive. We'll go and get the other boy.
Stop during unloading. Alright.
Okay, I made a boo-boob here, so...
And I think you just sent that back to the first waypoint.
I did. I've just caught that on. See? Courseplay! It's a wonderful thing! Gear, how's you going, man? Welcome along. Oh, you don't have to stop. Okay. Well, we can try that with the other one.
Yeah, I was unsure of that, Gear. That's why I figured better safe than sorry.
Alright, so this boy here, first one. Alright, so we'll see how it goes. I may have to get a second wagon for unloading here, because I don't know what this one's doing. So much for trying to get some fertilization done at the same time, what?
Mm. Do you have the vehicle group switcher mod, Thomas?
I have it, but I don't exactly know how to use it or what the best way of setting it up is. Because I know it's there, but I don't know what to put and where.
Well, usually I start with the order of activity for a field, and I consider that plowing, group 1, harvesting, well, plowing, seeding. Then I put plowing in group 1 and harvesting in group 2. And then after that, it's just pretty straightforward stuff. And if you hit your left shift key plus the E key, it'll bring up the edit version of the menu.
Right.
And then you can just, whatever vehicle you're in, you can just use your directional arrow keys to move it up.
Oh, okay.
To the meta groups, and then if you want to change the order within the meta groups, then you use your left-right arrows to change its position.
Okay.
Within a group.
Right, well, we'll see how this guy goes, and then we shall hopefully be able to go and do other things. Notice I said hopefully.
Hopefully.
Well, at least he's going to a full combine. Or sorry, it's a she. She's going to a full combine. Oh, it's going to work. Maybe. Maybe not. Well, hey! Who said this courseplay thing's hard? Famous last words, what?
You try to do too much with it, I think you might run into some problems.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to be trying too much with anything. Right, so we'll leave that for the time being, because I need to get this guy onto a field. Because we have... Oh, right menu to start with. We have to fertilize some of the other fields before we start harvesting. So I think we'll start with the furthest away, field 7. Yeah, well, when they told me I had to drive green, nobody said I couldn't buy Oliver. And for a tractor that's less than 10 grand in the shop menu, it's actually pretty good for what I'm using it for.
I'd say.
The only thing I don't like about using these type of tractors instead of the JCBs is they're pretty slow.
Yeah, well, you figure the era that they were built in, that was considered really fast.
Ah, that's a point. So, yeah, from the last time you were on, guys, I was just starting the seeding. I've went ahead, I have done all the seeding. Most of the fertilization, there's still some of it to be done. But yeah, we've spent a lot of money on seed and fertilizer, which is really hurt me. I had to take 100 grand loan out, of which I've only 50 grand left. Which isn't ideal. The other thing about this Oliver is it goes from clean to dirty quite quickly.
One extreme to the other. Your truck doesn't even accumulate dirt, and this one dirties up in a second.
Yeah. I know I should be driving on the crops, but there's no other way to this field, I don't think. Is it me, or does this map have custom textures as well for crops?
Well, I don't know. I haven't spent. I only just downloaded. I haven't spent any time with it. The textures don't appear bad to me, but then again, I'm watching your live stream on YouTube, and the graphic resolution isn't that great from YouTube.
That's why we'll go on to Twitch for the next one. It's just that, well, I need to get something out on YouTube as well. So, right. So we'll put this one on the course play as well. I'm going to look at our solution to the seed and fertilizer problem.
Okay.
So we'll bounce this one out. So we've already have a course set up for this one. Yay! And it works. It's this way. I believe it's this way. So we should be able to just hit go on that at the first waypoint.
You have a pause point in there. Is that for that's for refill?
At what point, sorry?
The right by the stop sign, you have a giant letter P that usually means pause.
I never put a pause point in the course.
Okay. Well, it just drove into the tree, so.
Am I going the right way? Maybe I meant to go this way, am I?
Well,
No,
before you do anything else, do you see that giant eye in the upper left-hand corner next to course play control?
I've worked out what I'm doing wrong. No, it's not. It's on the right one. Yeah, hit the eye.
Click on that eye, because that'll bring you up a line diagram of the map.
Ah, for some reason I'm
Or
on
of
two
the
courses.
course, rather. So, if you look at it, you've got, this is somehow attached to another field.
Yep, I have somehow put two courses together. Hey, Dylan, it's a good green, is right?
That would explain it. He had it loaded with two courses, so that's why you had the pause point in there. All right, so now I get it.
So now we should be able to hit the go button at the first waypoint. Hey, KLC. So if we turn that off. Oh no, we need to hit that I button again, don't we? That's actually handy to know. I didn't know about that I thing.
You can hit the I button and it'll turn that line diagram off again.
Ah, here we go.
There you are.
The convoy thing is on here, right? So these guys aren't meant to beat like this, are they?
Well, let's see. You set it manually for each one of them. So they're set.
So where is our dump truck?
I don't know. Didn't you bring it up to the farm?
No, he's on a break apparently. Yeah, there's a full combine sitting there, and he's on a break. Look.
It's showing no combine in reach. So that's kind of odd.
I think the next time what I'll do, yeah, Derby's right, Dylan. I think now is a good time to say the PC sucks.
Well, no, it might be because the combine has this stuff off of the field a little bit. Also, look and see if you can turn it so that it's not trying to do pathfinding, because then it will ignore trying to stay on the outside of the field and just go to the combine.
Right, so... Ah, okay. You turn that off and it runs itself into the fence. I totally agree, Dylan. Unfortunately, we have to use it in this series. Do you know what? I'm just going to do it myself for the time being, and then we'll set it up for the second one. Do things the easier way.
Generally with course play as well, the first, as you're getting the headlines in, that's when it's going to be the most derpy. And when they start running up and down the field, it starts to get a lot better, especially on odd-sized fields.
Well, I think that's a good time for me to say not only does course play suck, but PC suck. Where's my Xbox? I never had these problems with Xboxes.
Well, then you didn't have course play on Xbox either, so...
Yeah, well, that's true. Dylan, if you're about later on, I'm actually going to pop on, try and do some multiplayer. We're talking to Walt earlier on too. He's up for it. If you're not working, give me a shout. Right, so now I believe I can just hit drive course. And it should wait for something to be filled. Probably about the time we normally did it, Dylan, and around that time somewhere. Well, it depends if I can get course play to empty a combine without driving on the offensive. It'll be the usual time. What? Why did it just drive itself into a fence?
Well, the option that you selected usually takes it to a dump point, and you never completed its course. So that's why it's probably doing that.
Ah, I see.
At least I suspect, anyway.
Okay, so... is he going to empty this? He is. He is. Perhaps we might have got our kinks sorted out slightly. Maybe. Anyway. Enough of the combine playing around. The fertilizer is working, apparently, because it doesn't show anything, which is pretty cool. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the seed and fertilizer production that Mesa was kind enough to give me the hint to earlier. So we have our seed. I didn't set the prices for these guys, so before anybody starts anything. So the seed one we can afford. We need to take it over to a field somewhere. Put it down.
Okay, there you go.
And I was thinking maybe just this side of the farm, but we're going to get a rather large lip on it. Where else have we got? There's a wee bit more flatter. This is
So
really... Yeah, go ahead, Mason.
Well, I would say, is that grassland you're on now, is that part of the grazing pasture for livestock or no?
No, that's the other side of the farm. So it is.
Okay, because you got a nice flat spot. You had a nice flat spot right there.
Where here?
Right. Just I would suggest you move it a little further away from the tree line to give your vehicles access to get in, because you may not be able to see it, but there's a bin on the side that's closest to the house where you have to where you need room to be able to offload your input into.
Ah, all right. I can see it when I'm moving
You
around.
don't want to really put it next to any kind of a standing structure.
So
yeah, now you got a better look at it.
So
and then on one side is a bin to fill a seeder, and the other one there's another separate pour spout to fill a transport trailer.
So we reckon around about there would be good.
Thinking a little bit further away from the utility poles would probably be in your best interest.
A bit further back into the field.
As you at your current screen orientation, right? Well, where it was a moment ago. As you're facing it now, move it a little to your left. I would suggest.
Right, just like that.
Right, like that. Yeah, it won't take much.
So we reckon that would be a nice place to put this?
I would think so.
Boom. I know we've got a bit of grass showing through, but there's not much we can do about that.
Well, you know that other mod we talked about, the ground modification mod?
Yeah.
You can roll that over concrete pad that has grass and stuff growing through it, and it should take it out.
Sweet. So that's the seed one done. Just stick the fertilizer one down straight behind it? Or straight beside it even?
Well, I personally like to keep all my production facilities pretty close together.
Right, so
all within the same operational area.
Right, so we can see the bin on this one as well. So if we move this one just straight up beside maybe. We needed something more flat on that side because it's sitting way too far up. So we might have to turn that one
User
to that
in your
orientation.
channel timed out.
So you look like you're in a good shape there.
The only thing is there's a bit of a bigger lip on the side of it here where the bin is, so we need to have somewhere maybe a wee bit more flatter.
Mm-hmm. Well, because the terrain is uneven, as you had said.
Yeah, so I reckon if I put that one in there like so, that should be good.
Sure.
Oh no, there's still a bit of a lip
User
there.
entered your channel.
Oh, that looks good.
Know, at the very worst, you can just sell them and replace them.
That's better.
See what that does. Yeah.
Because that means then that although it's sunk a bit into the ground, the trigger should still be picking up. Hey Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
Need to roller the ramp separates the roller from the ground too much. Yeah.
In some cases, yeah.
Well, I suppose we could do that first if you wanted. If it's,
well,
I don't know.
If you really want it to look pretty, Thomas, then yeah, you should roller first before you place them.
See, now he tells me that after I put the first one down, eh?
Yeah, well, you know,
PC users,
slow American on your channel, so there
PC
you go.
users. That's all I can say. PC users want to make me look bad. So you're saying it's just the R5000, yeah?
Should be.
Should it not say anywhere that the roller thing should be activated?
No, remember that if you connect it to a tractor, then you should have access to it. Yeah, the R5000 should work just fine because in default it just resets. It gets a field reset.
So let's go ahead and we'll jump into our. I'm really not liking this dump truck, guys. Oh no, it's working. Yeah, there we are. I told you I'd find use for this vehicle somehow, Randy. Yeah, double no creek today, Jeffrey. That's right. Randy said I would.
Yeah.
There you go, Nolan. We found a use for the words and more words. Unimog. That's the word I'm looking for. Yep, that's the one, Nolan. I literally couldn't remember the name of that there for the life of me. I know why it is, though. I know why I can't remember the name of these things. It's because I'm not used to playing with them. So, this should pick this up, and it does. So you're saying the F1 menu? Ah!
You
I
pull
see.
down your F1 menu should give you access to the controls for the ground mod.
It's still not a tractor. Yeah, you're right. It's not, but it's pretty cool. I still like it.
Ground type. Yep. Just press the Y key. It should be in the middle of your F1 menu. And then the Y key will toggle you through every option.
Well, what I'll do is I'll get it up to the field first in case I make any changes to the road. Because no, my luck, I'd have half of this thing grassed up before I even realised it.
True. And you would definitely want to do a save game before you even start working with the mod.
Yeah, we can do that too. We should have put a weight in the front of this, I think.
It's going pretty well, Jeffrey. Thank you for asking.
Jeffrey likes the Unimog too. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a handy wee utility vehicle, honestly. So, here we are at the field. So, we'll put the F1 menu back up. Okay, well, nor my luck, Nolan. You know, I'd probably drive over a field and have half of it turn into concrete or something. It's the way I go. So, hit that menu. So what? Original ground, cultivated, ploughed, sowed, grass, asphalt, sand, concrete, pine needles.
Now you've also got options for meadow, grass, and then if you want to remove grass from somewhere, you can toggle that instruction as well. Where if you want to leave grass strands growing, it's default to leave them there. You want to look, I forget which one it is. I think, what is it, the Z key?
X.
No.
X.
X.
Yeah. So remove the grass, yes. Okay. Oh, yeah, before we start this,
Save your game.
save the game.
Save yourself a lot of heartache that way.
Okay, so game saved. Moment of truth. Where do we start? Just anywhere, I suppose.
Yeah, anywhere.
Just drop the roller, and away we go. Oh. Ho ho ho. We are getting gravel. It is leaving some plants in the way, but, you know, that I can live with.
I think it's, and correct me if I'm wrong, there are certain foliage layers in Seasons maps that will not remove.
I'll take your word for it. Just drive back. Oh yeah, if I make any mistakes, Nolan, yeah, drive back over and change it to default. I see. Ah, this is pretty cool. Look at me, Mom, I'm laying gravel. I don't want to go too mad on it because I understand it causes loading issues. It takes longer to load if you do too much of this.
It can. I think it depends on the size of the map and how much you actually change, to be honest with you.
Well, who knows? By the time you come back, it'll probably look like a city street, Nolan. It's This is the first time I've used this. It's certainly it's different than what I'm used to. Right, so because we have the reverse in there, we should make a big roundy thing there, shouldn't we? But we'll have to drive over this first to get rid of this stuff.
Well, you're doing just fine with it.
Ah, that's too far up. Yeah.
Really, it's just a giant paintbrush, Thomas, that has little to no control.
I have little to no control over vehicles, Mesa. It's as Nolan keeps pointing out, my driving's atrocious. Hello, don't tell him I said that.
No, I would never say that.
I'll deny all knowledge. Oh,
You'll plead the fifth, eh?
I'll drink the fifth, never mind plead it. That's a wee bit too far up that one, okay.
Right, and again, Nolan pointed out that it's probably too far above when you get to that particular angle.
I'm just thinking this would be easier putting this on the front, you know.
That's what I usually do.
Right,
Now,
okay.
The other thing you can do with that is you can either go perpendicular to the direction you're going now.
Right.
And that, if you hit it going down the slope, it might take it out that way.
Okay. Hey Jesse, welcome along. Thanks for joining in. Being new's not a problem. We like new people. It means we can brainwash you to say PC suck. The front one doesn't drop it low enough. Do you see that? The front 3-point.
It doesn't lower it, huh?
No. Okay, there's the first down part. Fine with the Unimog.
Oh,
Still like it though.
Did that have any effect on it? Didn't look like it did.
No, the ruler wasn't on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Jesse,
Yeah,
you're
not
bored.
taking it on.
Well, yeah, just come along, Jesse, and watch me, because I'm sure after about 20 minutes they should be too busy laughing at me trying to play a PC. Oh. I think we found their limits there. A bit of grass on it makes it look used, doesn't it? That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, I don't tend to get too wrapped up about. Oh, there you go. We got a whole swath of it out of the way.
So just make the road a bit bigger, because with my driving I need plenty of road. Selling the building at the minute is a bit much known, because I don't really. I've put myself into debt with the bank here because we had to buy so much seed and fertilizer, so I don't really fancy. I don't want to say that, you know, it only cost me $2.5 to put the boundary down, won't it? Yeah. Sorry, I'm talking to myself, guys. So we just make this a bit wider.
I do the same thing that Nolan does. We'll plop the building, cut a boundary in with that mod, and then get rid of the building, and then buy it again and replace it when I've got the stuff all done.
Okay, I believe that is all I need to do around there. That should be pretty sweet and pretty handy.
Yeah.
Obviously we're not going to be able to affect that bit of foliage. Hey John! Neatness counts. Yeah. Yeah, PCs suck. So fill the seeder from here. We fill. Oh, you can fill the trailer. Thanks to Jeffrey, I have some neat. What do you call them vehicles that fill the seeders up and down? Tenders? Tenders? Not the word? I believe tenders is the word.
Point for the seeder.
Yeah. So I think
Tipper. And then on the back side, that first bin I think you were clearing out, that's where you would dump your grain input.
That's why I put a bit of a rounder thing on it. So if we plop this, which way did we say we were doing this? This way. Because if we put it there, we get a less of a lip. I think that's what we had it before. Maybe. I think that's the way we had it, wasn't it, Missa?
It was. I thought it was on the other side, closer to the field that's being harvested now. But I almost like that location better.
It doesn't look like we're getting a bit of a as big of a lip here. To the. Oh, we'll just put it down and see. Should I be able to bounce that truck up that? Let's have a peek. Oh, Jeffrey, you'll love that poop emoji. Nolan, do I have to translate this? Are we going to get stuck on that? I think we are, aren't we? What do you think, Mesa?
Poop emoji. I forgot that had that.
John, don't worry. I don't intend to get too carried away. I have too much work to do. What do we think, guys? Is that too much of a lip?
Well, depends. Can you get a tractor over it?
Oh, chest the eating mug. If not, I think we can drop a bit of something down in there. We'd make a bit of wood chips and drop it down there to get a ramp, couldn't we?
Probably.
No.
Alright, make sure you got all your on that one, on the fertilizer one, that you've got access to all of your inputs and outputs. They're not blocked off because it's up against the other one.
So we've got a pipe here and a pipe there, yes.
Right. Well, you've also got the ramp on the front side of it that you can access to get into that point.
So we don't really need to, so we can just reverse up around that way. Alright, so
just drive up it, and you got plenty of space up there to turn it around. Yeah, okay, your inputs and your output points look all unencumbered.
So drive around that. I believe that's the end. I bet you all thought you were coming along to the stream to watch a bit of farming, didn't you? Yeah, no, this is redesigning New Creek Farms.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I'm going too far out. Lift that. We'll do this one from the wall out. Hello, and saying that, I really need to have the gravel down this side. Oh, I was supposed to do it on them. Okay, so well, hey! So what you're saying is I should really sell that and just do the ramp area again. Hey Anthony, welcome along. Great artistic work. Man, that's Picasso, that is. Seriously, I'm proud of that. Wait, that was that one. Yes. Okay. So back. Yay! It cost us $2.5 to do it, but oh well. Let's just get this bit here done. Yeah, Devin, good, nice. Thanks for popping along. I'll catch you later on. And remember, PC suck.
Sounds to me like you're still going through console withdrawal.
Oh no, I will be back later on. I'm going to do some multiplayer with the guys later on. We haven't really had a multiplayer session since the end of the competition. Just with me having the flu and whatnot, I wasn't feeling up for it. So
right on.
I'm trying to organise a session with the guys later on. So we'll be going live on Twitch later on, and also as well, one lucky person will be walking away with a nice wee prize.
Very cool.
So should I do all this grass area since the placeable bit is at the top there?
I wouldn't cover it in gravel, you know, just because processing power, lag issues, things like that.
So just
it depends really on the mood I'm in. I'll either put a concrete pad down inside the margins of the gravel, or just make whatever the rest of it is grass or meadow is the setting, because it doesn't grow grass unless you plant it. It just paints it a flat meadow texture.
So meadow, there we go.
Well, that's
Like
what
that?
I like. You know,
Like that one?
you'll want to spend some time with it and figure out what it is you like visually, because you're not going to see it, but you can definitely cut down on graphics usage.
Well, I mean, well, once we do this, would you have one more project to do
Or-
with it, and that's all we needed
Yeah.
it for?
Before you get started too much, Nolan's got another point. You can just do
Oh.
the remove grass function.
Right. So
and
how
that
do
would take
you
it down too.
change that one back then to just to normal original?
You just go to default ground. Default ground with remove
Original?
grass. That would probably be it. Yeah.
Take it that's original ground.
Is it coming up as original?
Yeah. Well, here you're. I tell you what. At least we're learning something new every day. Hey, Ethan. Oh man, you have my my sympathies. Working on a Saturday night, man. Ooh. I worked on Saturday nights for years.
There you go. And you should be able to roll right over that meadow thing the meadow track you just laid down, and it should change it back as well.
Okay. Original ground will remove the grass, yeah. That's the one we're on, yeah, that's the one we're on. It just makes it a wee bit neater, I think, than having it sitting in the middle of a field to have something, you know, something around it.
Oh, I agree.
And I have seen people use this before, so it's it wasn't an idea in the back of my head. Again, another project on this map to do this with is an area for more storage, which will probably be in around this area as well, because the sheds there aren't going to last very long.
No, they won't, and most of the times they don't. In fact, I got started using this one because I didn't like the storage setup on Cherry Hills.
It's different. I mean, it's definitely a neat concept to be able to do this.
John Vining. John Vining's not wrong. Yeah, it is digital finger painting.
Here, man, I wish there was numbers in the ground. I'd be painting by numbers.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Alright, so we just go over this wee bit again. Okay, so hopefully with these down for our second season in the game, it won't cost an arm and a leg to plant, because that was a big problem here.
Well,
Right.
doing it this way, your only expense is what it costs you to initially seed the field, and then your line item expenses and fuel and hired worker costs if you use that. But otherwise, yeah, you're gonna save money by making your own seed and fertilizer.
Yeah, Nolan, I believe it has done, because the area beside. Sorry for interrupting you, Mesa. The area beside the area beside the other pad has flattened itself and removed the grass anyway. So I believe that it has taken the footprint with the grass out of it. If that's the right way to say that. So, well, knock this back up the same way again. And I believe it was round about here. Okay, let's have a peek. What am I getting out of the car for? Just take the car. So, drive up. No problems. Looks sweet. We can reverse in and drop the poop emoji stuff off. And then we've got access to their other two sides as well. Yeah, also as well, Jeffrey has got some sweet fertilizer and seed tenders trucks, so I'll be using those. So we need to make a wee road now to the to the road. A wee road to the road. So I think we'll start about here. And just drive straight out. That shouldn't cause too much problems. There's not too much painted there, is there?
No.
We'll take you around this side of the pole.
Yeah, that would be the right way to do it. Well, one of the right ways to do it.
It can't be the right way to do it. I decided on it. I never decide on the right way to do things.
We know that. we know that quite well.
So that should be good enough to do the job. Again, in the future we will come back and possibly take out more of this field and do some more storage spaces. But as for that one, I will call the job a good one.
Looks good to me, Tom.
Does the trick.
Yeah.
Going around the poles the right way. Jeez, would you boys stop agreeing with me? It's making me nervous.
Going around the pole.
He's making me, and I'll change this back to original, just to be pernickety about things. In case I do manage to touch something else. And I'll just drop this in the corner of the shed. And that should be us all good. Oh, can't, there's a door there. Just drop it here. There we go. And that John Deere planter, right? And I know that you are going to hate me for saying this because I know you all love your John Deeres. But whenever I look at it like this, it looks like some type of alien. Seriously, the markers are like the eyes. You know, it's funny. The Martians have landed.
Oh yeah, I never noticed that.
John Deere sucks. Did I say that out loud? Oops. There's the there is the obligatory crash to keep Nolan writing. A mentoring process. Well, to keep all you John Deere boys happy, let's have a look. Obviously you've seen this one before, which is the 4960 cheap starting tractor. Then we had the 4955, again cheap starting tractor. Then there was this one here, the 8410, which is just cheap. John, do you want to know something? You're probably right, man. Yeah, so the reason, guys, they're all dirty, and there is a reason behind the dirty. Yes, there is a reason behind their dirty, Nolan, is because I can't look at that green any longer. Oh, would you look at this? Courseplay is doing a bit, apart from the fact he's off the field, so that's why he's not picking it up, isn't it?
I can't tell.
But we're doing a pretty good job. So drives the course, buddy. Yeah, Courseplay seems to be doing a decent job of the field. I'm not going to complain. Obviously, he's been sitting like that for a while because the tractor's pretty much off it. So what we do with this load is we just take this and dump it in the seed place. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And am I right in saying with this truck I should empty it before it hits 100% because it doesn't fill properly?
It fills okay. I think the input capacity on the placeable seed maker is 100,000.
So basically just the first load of this, just take it down and dump it in and that be the seed thing, happy?
Yeah, I would say.
Okay, cool.
It's either 100,000 or 500,000, and I don't recall which one it is.
Right, so where's the next field that this guy needs to go to? Field number 8. So yeah, the more I'm playing this map, I'll be honest, the more it's growing on me. It'd grow on me better if I was able to use Red Mossy Ferguson's, but you know.
They say beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah. This is what, you know, seriously, like, you let the PC win one competition so they don't cry like babies, and this is what they sentence you to. Ungrateful. Just ungrateful. That's what you are. Ungrateful PC users. Hey. Yeah, John, welcome along. I'm glad you did. That was rather high pitched, but I'm glad you did come along. It's always nice to see people, especially people we talk to in Randy streams and stuff. It's pretty nice to see us. So this is field. No, this is field 8. I have this one done already too. Where's the starty thing? There's it there. So if I just say now drive that from the first waypoint, it should go. Ooh, it did too. Yeah, Nolan, maybe you can help out with this one, as beggars should not be choosers. Are these custom crop textures? I think they are. Obviously Mesa doesn't know because he's just downloaded the map today. But to me they look different. Or am I just being imaginative? I'm gonna stop using big words.
You know, I downloaded it and I read the text files that the author had included with it, and he made quite a case of making things as true to realistic as he saw them in real life around his farm, which that map is based on. So it could be he went in and edited the crop textures as well to give it a more realistic appearance. Based on what I read, I wouldn't know the difference, to be honest with you.
Oh, fair play to him. I mean, it's definitely different. The way the fields the way the fields of the divots and stuff in them is pretty nice. I quite like that. It's when I first seen the map, when I first drove around the map, I thought I'm gonna hate this. And I drove around it in a John Deere, which made me hate it even more. But the map is growing on me, but the tractors aren't. Just saying that,
How do
you know.
like your combines?
Do you know what? I actually think these are nice. I've only ever seen a few combines. I've never seen one here. It's only ever in England I've seen them. But this is the combine that I've seen. I've never seen any of the big combines in use or anything like that. But what I did find, and I found this in the mod hub the other day, which was pretty sweet. It's that one there. Is the next version up from it is the Mega. So
Right.
pretty much similar looking. Still an older combine, but it's pretty nice looking too.
I actually run the Claas Mega Combine pack on some of my solo plays. I like them.
Well, I'd never found one before. I only found this one through the mod hub. It was released maybe a couple of days ago now, and I quite like the Claas as a Deere. Anthony, have I played Pure Farm in 18? I haven't. No. Between this and doing the stuff on the Xbox as well, and that Pixelator Simulator, I haven't really had a chance to play any other games at the moment. Nolan, seriously, what? No. I'll be honest with you. See, when I play this game and this map, for example, I played it most of the morning to get it ready for harvesting and stuff, so you didn't have to watch me do the seeding and fertilizing bit again. And I actually had to stop for half an hour and go take headache tablets because I was fed up looking at them nasty green things. My eyes are sore. I even had to put my glasses on to do this stream because, you know, my eyes are just sore. Nothing to do with looking at the TV screen all day. It's them things that you like. Oh, but what I did find, I found a couple of class tractors as well, which is pretty class. So we'll leave them as going. We've got that going. What else do we need to do? Yeah, we need to put this stuff away, don't we? No, or Mesa, definitely if you haven't, that wee truck is quite cool. It's quite handy for getting around. It's quite nippy. I know it's a bit.
And that's on Rand. I can get that from Randy's server 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's where I got it from.
That is a good-looking truck. Good-looking mod.
I do like the Mac that's on there as well. I'll show you it in the
User
shop here in a
joined your
second.
channel.
It's pretty nice looking too. Just throw this in the shed. There's also a dump version of it too, a dump truck version, which is quite nice. Let's just pop into the shop here. I wasn't reveling in it, Nolan. No, I was reviled in it. Is that the way to put it?
Reveling in it.
No, yes.
You were enjoying it.
Yeah. No, I know that there, but I said I was reviled in it because I was having to use them green things. Alright, what was I looking for? Trucks, yes, trucks. Again, thanks to Jeffrey, I think it was Jeffrey that found them. So there's the Freightliner tender, which is pretty cool. And it does all your seeds and your fertilization and your mods and stuff. Whoever that was, just subscribe. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, I can't see the screen at the moment because my laptop's not working. What was I looking for? International. That's that there one there. That's a Lodestar.
Right.
I know it says Mac on it, but it's branding. Something's wrong with the branding thing. Hey, Caleb. The one next to it is the Mac dump truck, which I actually really do like. I don't know why. I just like the Mac truck on this, especially with the big Nokian tires on it. And the other Mac with fifth wheel is, I want to say, under this one. No.
The one that's on your trailer now, isn't that the Lodestar 1850?
It is, yes. Yeah, thanks.
I thought that was a Mac front end.
I did have a Mac in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. Yeah, Donald, they are. I mean, they're older looking trucks, and welcome along, by the way. They are older looking trucks, but they are pretty sweet. So if I go into brands and go to Mac that way, you will get all the international ones because there is that. Yeah, there's the Mac B61. I've used it before. It's a wee bit more expensive. To say the Lodestar is what, 12.5 grand. Highway Junkie, how's it going? Just the trucker rolling through. Well, you'd be happy to see us reviewing trucks then. I've used the Mac before. It's been pretty good. But the problem with the Mac is if you're going up anything with just too steep a gradients, the fifth wheel isn't that flexible. But it looks really good. And that's my 5 cents on a mod for today. So he's working away happily. Where are you going? Why have you stopped?
Okay, 861. And the dump truck too. Those are really cool.
Yeah, I like the dump truck version of it. I mean, I've been using it on the server 3 when I get onto it when I'm not playing Pixel Simulator. As Jeffrey said, it's made by Rambo 145. Highway Junkie, I'm very good, man. Thank you very much. How about you? If you're rolling through, taking your driving, the dump truck is in traffic. Why is the harvester stopped, Bob? Alright. Well, we'll just drive you around then, shall we? The steering on that thing is very touchy, isn't it?
On the GMC?
Yeah.
That whole thing is just kind of squirrely. I'll use it in a pinch to offload combines, but normally I don't. I'll either drive it manually or use a different truck.
Well, you see, what I plan to do, because I've been running short of money because of the seed and fertilizer costs and whatnot, and having enough tractors to try and get 10 fields turned around pretty quickly in a season. So what I'll do is whenever I get the more money together, I'll start getting the auger wagons or something for it, which will probably be better.
Right, right.
Because I believe.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I believe that the likes of auger wagons and stuff would be more used in this sort of area. Yeah, maybe.
I've got better luck using auger wagons and that GMC dump truck as the offload transport.
See, that's probably what I'll set up next. Either that or I'll put up a nice wee rig section. I mean, I do fancy getting one of those Macs, but again, it's all depending on what we can afford at the time. Also, as well, what we've got to do here with this one is we have to get a John Deere 8R and a John Deere 9RX, I believe are the numbers. That is the two tractors that I have to buy. It's part of Randy's forfeit. Also as well, I have got a nice Joanna Deere 8R that I forgot I didn't delete, so maybe that'll make an appearance. And Randy's going to kill me for that. And we do also have the Massey Ferguson 8700 that they put American tires on, American Jewels, and they also painted it in a nasty green colour. But in saying that, you know, people say that the green tractors are the best. Well, the best green tractor hasn't been bought yet, because that'll be the Massey Ferguson 8700. Now you can't shout at Massey's for being horrible red. PC guys, your forfeit backfired. Haha. Right. One of these days I'm going to have a knock at the door and I'm going to open the door and it's going to be a PC user who's going to punch me in the nose and go, stop slagging PCs.
That'll be Randy when he's on his European sojourn.
Yeah, I'll get the dog down to the door for that one.
He'll have toast.
Do you know what? He probably
know to have toast.
That will bribe the dog. Yeah. Jeffrey, did you like the choice of tractor? Highway junkie, just get off the highway. Oh man, take it easy for the night then. Put your feet up, relax, chill out, watch a bit more of this. And then I'm playing this on the PC at the moment, and if you fancy coming back later on, I'll be playing on a proper gaming platform, which is the Xbox. And we're doing a bit of multiplayer with the guys from the challenge, because I haven't played with them in a while. I'm actually really missing them. Blah blah, what's that?
Proper gaming platform and whatnot and rubbish and rot.
It is a proper gaming platform. Well, let's just win the second challenge. Also, as well, we will be having one lucky person walking away with a nice wee present tonight, due thanks to the sponsor that we had there. And yep, so everyone, thanks sponsor. And also, as well, tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be doing maybe a bit of RDAllen live streaming too, if I can get myself out of bed, because normally I stay up to about midday playing Minecraft. That's Randy's fault. Right, anyway, enough of me jabbering on. Let's go and have a look and see what else we need to do here. So these two guys are working. Where's the truck at? Because I don't want idiot. So he's a bit of a while to go yet. Okay, just to for everyone in the stream and in chat now as well, I'm just going to translate for Nolan. What Nolan really means to say there is PCs suck, they really, really suck. Consoles rule all, and John Deere sucks. It's okay, Nolan, don't worry, I helped you out with the English version of that. Yeah, you're right, it is, Jeffrey. So, again, this dump truck, for some reason, wants to get stuck in behind, and when it's stuck in behind the harvester doesn't move. Okay. It is indeed, Jake. Welcome along. Nolan, honestly, it couldn't be a bad translation. Or I put that into Google Translate, and that's what I come up with. We're gonna have to do something with this truck here. 1 second. I suppose it's we'll have to start it first, don't we? Yeah, sure. We'll empty you while we're here. Why not? There you go. What I can't wait to see actually is I did have rain in the game earlier on, but unfortunately I was skipping through it to try and get this ready for the harvest, so I could do something different today. But apparently on field 8 there is like a rivulet that forms when it rains pretty heavily, due to the seasons mod. So that'll be pretty cool. Hopefully I'll catch that on screen for you guys to see. We'll keep losing one argument. I argue with myself every day, Nolan, and I win. The voices have no chance. The only time I don't win an argument in this house is when it's with Mjolnir. He wins everything. All he does is give you the big brown eyes, smack you with a paw, and licks you, and it's like, okay, you're forgiven. Right. Yeah, actually, tell you what we'll do. We'll go and let's see what the other ones are at. 2440. There's loads. So what I'll do is I'll take him off this course for the second, and we'll go and fly over and dump into this so we can get at least show you how the seed things work.
Yeah. That's more than enough to get us started.
Yeah, that's pretty true, Nolan. But seriously, once the big a bit bouncy. Once the big brown eyes come out and you get smacked with that paw, you're lost. This is very bouncy. So it's the first one here. Yeah, I'm taking it into here. Oh, we should have brought that in a bit further. Oh well. I think the console's got Seasons mod. I tried it yesterday on No Creek on my PC to try it out. Yeah, the consoles did get Seasons mod. We actually played the competition, the challenge map with Randy with the Seasons mod going, sure. Definitely is. I think Seasons is great for playing when you're playing by yourself. But for the likes of when you're doing sort of making sort of videos for YouTube and stuff, it can make the video the whole thing drag out quite a bit. Which is why I tend not to play Seasons on when I'm doing this. But of course, the reason we have Seasons here on this one is because it's part of the forfeit for letting you win. You know, it shows you how grateful you are. But the Seasons is definitely brilliant. Very, very good. I enjoyed Seasons on what map was I playing? Was it West Coast? West Coast are pretty good for Seasons. Jeffrey, the reason I did away with the pallets, quite honestly and quite on purpose, was because I had to take out 100,000 of a loan to plant up fields. It was way too expensive. But to keep you happy, since we're not using pallets anymore, what we're going to do is use your seed tenders that we stole from server 3. Anyway, is it actually stealing when it's open there and it says download all mods?
No, I don't think so.
So therefore I didn't steal your mods, I took them. Haha.
I just borrow them.
I'll give them back to you when I'm finished. Yeah, Jake, you're right, it is a waiting game. I will be honest here, I did use the time fast forward mod on this map after I planted to skip through the first part of the growing the growing bit here, because there's not really any forestry or anything to do on this map. I know there's trees there, but they're not really sort of type of forestry trees. Plus, I don't believe there's anywhere to sell wood or wood chips on this map. Just to confirm that, I'll go to the sales point. Yeah. Oh, you can sell CCM. Oh, that's cool. I could try that. I've never done that before, actually. I could try that out, because I do have the mod. I wonder, is it worth it? What price is corn? So, corn is 371, although you're getting, what, 1200 CCM? We might actually try that one, because I did have the corn mill downloaded. Yeah, so, right, sidetracked. Nowhere to sell wood chips on here. So there's no point really doing forestry on this map, unfortunately.
On No Creek, no, it's not set up for forestry whatsoever. Any of the trees are cuttable according to the documentation from the author.
Yeah, but I
there's no forestry function.
Would need to put in placeable sell points and wood sell points and whatnot as well. I mean, it is possible to do, but again, it's the expense of getting the thing started, as there's only, like, you know, just short of 29 grand left. You know, hopefully we'll start selling some of these crops now and make some money back, but we just don't really have the money for that sort of thing either. Yeah, well, I'm playing 6-day seasons here, Jake. I consciously made it a 6-day season because of the fields. Now, when we buy more fields, I'll possibly bump it up a bit more. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to wait and see how we go with that. Okay, you may have to wait to day 4 or day 5 to plant the corn and soybeans, granted, but that's sort of realistic, isn't it? Not everything's planted and harvested at the same time. Yes, Jeffrey's correct. With the No Creek Geo, tell you what, I'll just take courseplay off of this, and I'll just do this one myself. I'm feeling lazy sitting here doing nothing. Jeffrey is quite correct with the Geo for seasons. If you look at it here, you can basically plant corn from day 1 up until, you know, midsummer. Also, as well, for some strange reason, you can harvest corn all year round. Is that realistic? I don't know. Corn's not a crop that I'd be used to. The Seasons Midwest Geo, Jake, is the one that we used for the PC and the console challenge. While it is quite a, you know, it's quite functional, you can't do sugar beet in it. Sugar cane in it. The update allowed you to do the sugar beet. But for some strange reason, with the PC version of the Northwest Geo, they didn't get any snow the whole winter for the whole time we were playing, but we did. But I think it was Nolan who explained to me it's all to do with a random number generator or something.
RNG.
And Nolan was telling me. Nolan's been my source of technical genius here lately. He was telling me that the consoles handle things in a different way, which isn't just generated; it's constant or something. Again, you know, technical things fly over my head, quite honestly. So, yeah. Come on, phone, stop messing about. Yeah, there we are. Right, yes, we're driving. I do also have another mod from server 3, which is another seed tender, but it's very much slower and very longer to unload because it just loads through a grain door. But it's a nice international harvester. We'll maybe buy it for another time when we get a bit of cash together. We get quite a lot of snow in Iowa. I don't really know about the snow because I mean when I lived in when I lived in America, I lived in California, so it was like sun 24/7.
Where in California?
San Diego.
Nice town.
Yeah, so as I say, I didn't really experience snow unless we drove to somewhere that had it. Here I had snow for like 2 days, generally. And I was glad it was only 2 days because my back was broke clearing the back garden to let somebody out to go to the bathroom because he doesn't go out in snow. I've got the only snow mountain rescue dog in the world that doesn't like snow. Explain that one to me.
No clue.
Nah, neither does he. He doesn't even go out when it rains. His Royal Highness. I have to say though, these fields with the all the undulations on them make it very, very challenging. Shh! Don't tell anybody I've done that. Well, as you can see, guys, No Creek is going pretty well. I'm sort of getting the head around the PC mods. Excuse me. Thanks to the likes of Mesa and Nolan and whatnot for helping me out with the course play and everything else. Mesa has been fantastic on here today with his recommendations for seed and fertilizer production places. Stuff that I may not have used on the console, but it'll take it maybe a wee bit of getting used to. But I'm sure we'll get there in the end.
Oh, you will.
We've used, so let's see what we've used so far. We have used the we've used Courseplay, we've used the GPS, we've used the Follow Me. So they're the three things that I was told I had to use. So does that mean I don't have to use them anymore? Maybe.
No, but they're handy to have.
They are. I'll be honest with you now. Today, leading up to the stream, obviously I've done a lot of planting and stuff just to get things out of the way. So a lot of planting and fertilizing, and I did heavily use the course play part of it to do that, just to get it to this point where I had a harvest to do today. You have to re-download seasons. It shouldn't take that long, Jake. Yeah, and apparently as well, just while I'm here, and Mesa, if you do play this map and you do play it with seasons, whenever it rains, these apparently fill up.
Say what fills up?
These see these things I'm looking at now, the divots with the markers in it.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, if you use the seasons No Creek mod for this, these actually fill up with water further when it rains.
No kidding.
So, and there is a big one over there by Field 8 that does the same thing. Let's see if we can get the.
I also put a link into the TeamSpeak chat for you for that multi-storage mod I was telling you about.
Oh right, sweet. Thank you very much. So
That
yeah,
has just saved me such aggravation when map authors include such limited storage capacity.
you see the thing that I do that is niggling me sort of with this map is the storage here only holds 3 items or 3 different crop types.
Right. Well, did you read the documentation from the author by chance?
Yeah, it's the only ones that they do. Is those ones?
Right. It's the only ones that they plant, that they cultivate. So it's the only ones that they provide storage for. I thought that was interesting. And okay, you know, if that each player has his or her own taste in how they want to do it. If you're not going to stick with that and you want to grow other crops, then that particular multi-storage thing that I linked for you, that's a lifesaver.
What we will do though, we will definitely do it. We will definitely use the storage things here on this map for the 3 items that it holds, the 3 crop types, because they use the auger. You have to buy the auger separately to fill the grain tanks. We'll definitely use those just to use them, because obviously I've never done that before either. Jake, oh, those areas are for collecting water so it doesn't flood the fields that bad. Sweet. But that's pretty cool. You know, I'm learning new things every day about these sort of maps. So I am. So whenever it rains, these do fill up with water. That's pretty class.
I think that's pretty cool. You know, I might take a stab at seasons again with this map because the map looks pretty interesting.
So Jake sees a lot of it happening in his area. As I said to you earlier on there, Nolan, do you know, when I first drove around this map, I wasn't fussed on it. Is that the right way of putting it? It was just, I was like, meh. I thought to myself, the way the fields and all were done, the divots were done in it, just the way the road layers was, the way it took you to get between fields, it was just like, yeah, whatever. But now I've started playing it, I have to admit, it is really, really growing on me. I am enjoying playing the map, so I am. Which, well, as I said, yeah, I played it today for, I think I've been on it since about noon today, just getting things done for the stream tonight, and it hasn't seemed like I've been on it for, what time is it now? Well, letting, of course, play run for nearly 8 hours, doing bits and pieces in between. Field is 9. Obviously, I haven't been sitting on it directly for 8 hours. I've been walking away and doing different things and whatnot, but it doesn't feel like I've been playing it for that long today. So you will get lost in it if you get a shot when you get in there. So leave that to do field 9. Should have used the Deere 55. I wouldn't know the difference, Jeffrey. No, I don't mean that in a sarcastic way. I definitely wouldn't know the difference between the different mods. I'd probably know the difference between Massey's and the Ages because I've been growing up, or Fords or whatever, because I grew up with them around me, but I wouldn't know the difference with the Olivers and stuff. I gave myself one job to unload the combines. One job I gave myself, and both of them have stopped.
Well, they're both at 100%, so they tend to do that when they get full.
Yeah, but I gave myself one job. Well, the one job I gave myself was to empty the combines, and I can't even do that right in a PC, look. Should have used the Deere. Notice the 50 and the 55 series were a little different. Maybe after time I'll get to notice what the differences are, but look, we're not driving over the crops. Pretty happy about that. So, plans are, once we get a bit of money together, oh, their motors. It had a okay. I can say Perkins, I can't say the other one. Well, the plans is, guys, for when we get, obviously I'll do a bit more of this off screen, a bit more harvesting and whatnot to give this map a kickstart, because obviously we want to get started into cattle and stuff, which hopefully in the second season. So what I'll do when we're off screen, I'll continue on, maybe a bit on later, And what I'll do... Oh, what's Kentucky Farmer? Alright, okay. I got sidetracked. What we'll do is we shall start making some silage. So we've got loads of fermentation thingies here. Them tar things. Sorry, Mesa?
I said,
What was that for?
That was the loads of fermentation thingies. That was of agreement.
Oh, right, okay, sorry. Heads away here.
Okay. I do like those particular placeables.
So what we'll have to do is work out which one to go for. I mean, obviously they all hold like a million, 100,000 liters? 100? No, million liters.
I think it's 1,000,000 liters.
So if we input chaff, sugar beet, straw, hay, or grass, it will output silage. Okay. Ooh.
Well, you've got feed, solid fertilizer. Do you plan on using any liquid fertilizer in this playthrough?
Well, we'll maybe give it a whirl through, because I know I've watched Randy's video on how to increase the speed of it. So we might give it a bit of a whirl through and when we get more money together. Maybe. But there's such a lot to choose from, because you've this one, you've one about the digestate. I put silage and digestate, which would be pretty cool. Silage. Well, obviously everything's going to put silage anyway, because they're silage fermenters. Duh. Oh, I am getting worse. This one I'd put silage and fertilizer, and this one I put fuel, and this one I put liquid fertilizer. So the BD fert, does that produces solid or liquid? The one we put down, that produces. It says I put fertilizer. I take it as I put solid fertilizer, or is it liquid solid fertilizer?
The liquid fertilizer one is blue.
Yeah, but the one that we put down, the fertilizer factory that we put down,
that's solid.
That's solid. So it'd be possibly handy to go for a fuel one or for the liquid fertilizer one.
No, that's why I was asking if you were going to use liquid fertilizer at any point. Then I would probably start with the liquid fertilizer or the fuel one first.
And what are we going to need first? Well, obviously we're probably the solid, yeah. Possibly the first one maybe would be better with fuel.
Either way,
the first one,
I would say if you're looking to try to really drive down your costs early on, go with the fuel one, because solid fertilizer is more than enough to fertilize your fields.
Plus as well, when we get our cattle up and going, we're going to have plenty of poop emoji. So yeah, we'll probably go with that one then. We'll put it down in the same field. Again, that field there, we're going to put down maybe more storage for implements and tractors and stuff, because the main farm itself is a wee bit lacking. Oh, I've stopped that moving. Look, where's the other one? The other one will be filled by now, I bet you. I'm really not good at this emptying combine thing. Yep, so that's the plans. So next time you come back, I'll have a wee bit more done. What we'll do is, depending on how far I get here, I may just go ahead and put the stuff down. If not, I'll leave it to the next stream, just so we can all have a decision on where how things look and goes and whatnot, everything else. Also as well, because there's no forestry in this map, what I'm going to be asking guys, if you have come up with maybe some idea for maybe placeables or something that we can do during the winter, that would be pretty cool. Something to keep us busy at the winter time, because I don't really want to skip winter, because I know we get snow and stuff. So I'll have a bit of fun in the winter, driving and stuff, and no we'll need extra paper as well, just to write it all down. But anyway guys, listen, I'm going to call that one a stream for now, because I have to go and get my din-dins. Oops, shouldn't have said that. Yeah, I have to go and get some food, so I'll be back later on again. Don't forget, check us back later on. We'll be on the Xbox, we'll be on Twitch though. Twitch is in the description, I believe, the link for it, so go ahead, check that out. And again, we'll be playing with the guys from the competition on the multiplayer map. we'll also be doing a giveaway. So yeah, definitely come along and check us out, guys. Thank you very much for coming and watching, and I'll see you all later on. Bye bye bye.